It's reuniting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love is still love. All day.
That's right, my dog right here.
My guy.
Don't get it twisted,
My
man.
guy.
Don't get it.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Over
up?
here with the homie, Buck. Buck from,
What's
you know,
up, man?
Let me tell you a little story, man.
Back in the days,
you know
man.
what I mean? High school days, man.
Wow,
Was
the
with a
wildest
crew,
days.
Flynn Flan family. Shout out to all my homies. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, we reconnected.
Yes, sir.
So this whole docu-series, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, is how we overcome through challenges. You know what I'm saying? I know all of us got different stories. I know you probably have your own personal story where, you know, because my whole thing is like a lot of bad, a lot of misfortune could happen in our lives. But how do we bounce back? Yeah, how do we bounce back, and how have you bounced back? If there's any story you want to share, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Well, you already know, you're in the church, you're a man of God.
Of course.
It's only one way you could bounce back.
Right.
Only way you could bounce back through God. If you don't believe in God,
absolutely.
you're not gonna bounce back.
You already know.
You're not gonna bounce back.
Yeah, man.
My misfortune started mid-80s.
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 Okay.
Mid-80s. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, so you already know.
That's kind of early.
I'm a part of the crack era.
Yeah.
I'm a part of the crack
Right.
era.
Yeah.
I'm not a crack baby,
Right.
but I'm from the crack era.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, 10 years old. What was you doing at 10?
10. I probably was playing with some G.I. Joes.
10 years old.
Yeah.
10 years old. You was
Wow.
playing with G.I. Joes?
Yeah.
You know what I was doing?
What you was doing?
I was sitting on a crate
Wow.
up the block from my crib,
Yeah.
going hand in hand
Wow.
for the older homies.
At 10.
At 10 years old. 10. 1-0.
Okay.
And you remember like back in the days when it was cool when they'd be like, yo, Son Dula, Son Dula.
Right.
That was my nickname.
Wow.
I was a little shorty,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, having my own pack.
Wow. Wow.
Like, yo, I knew who all the things was at 10.
Wow.
Yo, they're like, yo, the slang back then was, shorty, you working?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Red Tops. Go to $5, $5,
Wow.
$5.
Yeah.
10 years old, man.
10 years old, man. I got an 11-year-old right now, man.
My mother had no idea.
Wow.
Can you imagine your son or your daughter 11 years old right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And you think they at after school or wherever they're supposed to be 7 p.m., 8 p.m. at night?
Yeah.
And they on the block.
They on the block.
Trapping for real. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Can you imagine that?
That's crazy, man.
And this is no lie. Like my story could be
How long
for.
was that process like? Like how long you was going? You know what I mean?
I was just doing it for the older homies. Probably maybe a couple months to a year. Like it wasn't no. I was trapping from 10 to 16, and then I got a kilo at 9. It wasn't like that. Just
the mere fact of you being out there alone at 10.
And you know what? I liked being out there because I wanted to be accepted by the older homies because I didn't have no brothers. I had my older sister, but she was doing her own thing. She's 3 years older than me. She was doing her own thing.
Okay.
Yo, it was ugly out there.
Wow, bro. Wow.
And you know what's crazy? I was scared of being out there, but I felt the older homies had my back. Well, you know, over time I realized they really didn't. I was just another, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just another, you know.
Getting the money for us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would get rid of a whole pack, which probably was like $100 worth of crack.
Yeah.
It would give me like $12 at the end of the night.
Wow.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I was 10.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
You know what I'm thinking? I could go get me a Hero, a bologna and cheese Hero, because that was my thing.
Right.
A 50-cent soda, Tropical Fantasy.
Yeah.
10 years old, on the block, going hand in hand for the older homies.
Yeah.
I'm knocking off a whole pack, $100 worth of crack.
Yeah.
I'm getting low $11, $12, $13 at the end of the night.
Right.
They knew they was beating me. I ain't know no better, but I was happy. Like, yo, you know what? I could go get my mom's a pack of cigarettes. That was $1.85 back then.
Yeah, of course.
Give me a 50-cent soda, Tropical Fantasy.
Yeah, Tropical Fantasy.
And a Hero. Yes, and a Hero.
Right.
And I was good. And I thought I was making money. And I was packing bags during the day.
Yeah.
Like I was, you know.
Man, so you was forced to grow early, pretty much.
Yeah, and then, you know, moms got hooked on drugs. Like most likely 98, 97% of the mothers on my block or in my neighborhood. So
Southside, right?
She was doing her thing, so she couldn't watch me.
Wow.
Which was good for me because I wanted to be in the streets and run wild.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
My mother didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yo, by like 11, 12, I was drinking 40s.
Yeah.
Not like on a regular going to buy them. When I used to hang out with my cousin Adam, rest in peace, we hang out with his cousin. He come around, we little shorties. He getting us 40s, dog.
Wow.
We standing on Rockaway Boulevard drinking 40s. Like, we cool.
Yeah.
Like, we cool, man.
Right.
I'm telling you, like,
So you know, Pop Dukes wasn't around at this time either. It was just
nah, by then he was gone.
Okay.
Pops left when I was probably like 9, maybe beginning of 10, because I was scared of my pops.
Okay.
He had me on smash, yo.
Wow.
Like, I come in the crib, and my pops is like, he was how I am now. Like, I don't really talk to people a lot.
Okay.
Like, my mom used to have company. He used to be like, yo, I'm knocking this room door. Do not knock on this room door. Why your company's here?
Wow.
I used to go knock on the door. What? Yo, Dad, Mom just want me to, yeah. And I found myself being like that with my kids. I found myself being like that. And I didn't realize that. I'm like, yo, I'm my father. Like,
Well, you see, even
like he's dead, but he's not dead. He's still here.
Through you.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
How do you deal mentally, emotionally through like Pops being present but not really being present at the same time? You know, was that one of the reasons you could say that kind of pushed you into the streets to actually just...
Once he left, pushed me in the streets, because I was a mama's boy, but I wanted to be up under my father, but he was doing his own thing. Like I was a crybaby. I used to cry and all, and the pops was like,
right.
I ain't with it.
Right.
But moms made me think that crying was okay.
Okay, got
you.
I
sucked my thumb till I was 17. I'm not sure y'all didn't even know that.
Bro, that's our days.
Till I was 17.
So
but I didn't do it in front of y'all. Like, I'd be in school. Yo, one time I was sucking my thumb in front of my pops. I was young. Backside me. Hurt my feelings, yo.
Got you.
Yo, my pops was raw.
Right. I'm a firm believer, you know, that we thrive off of affirmation. When someone affirms you, it makes you know not only that, it actually lets you know that you're on the right track. Not only that, it lets you know you're on the right track, but it encourages you to continue to do what you are doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think from our fathers, we always want, you know, hey, Buck, you're doing it right, you're doing good. You know what I'm saying?
I never, if I could recall it, I never got that. I never remember my pops taking me clothes shopping. I never remember him like just like when I was a kid being like, yo, I love you. Maybe he have said it, but I don't remember it. I remember my mom saying it all the time. But then once he left, mom just got chopped and screwed. So she, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of took advantage of her situation because it allowed me to run the streets. I was 11, no curfew. Hanging outside on my steps with the drug dealers. There was a couple older dudes who lived across the street from me. Their curfew was like 8, 9 o'clock on a school night. Dog, I'm outside till 1:30 in the morning. Just hanging out with them. No lie, no funny business. 7th grade. I'm bringing guns to school. I'm bringing the drug dealers guns to school. Cause they go on there, yo, shorty, hold this. You know, once they finish their shift. Go upstairs, put it under my mattress, cause I wasn't being checked. My mom wasn't checking my room. I had a lock on my door, all that. I'm bringing the gun to school the next day, showing my friends like, look, 380. Yo, no lie. 7th grade, I brought a Tech 9 to school.
Tech 9, dog.
A Tech 9, you know. I didn't know how to shoot it. I didn't know if it was cocked. I didn't know if it was ready to go. I had it in my book bag, walked to school with it, put it in my little desk, show my friends, look, they like, yo, I'm like, man, it's a gun. They like, yo, whose gun is that? They knew it wasn't mine. I told them whose gun it was. You know, this was a well-known dude from the hood. Show them the gun. They knew not to take it from me because it would have been a bigger problem. And I wasn't a tough guy in 7th grade. You could have took the gun. But when I would have went back to, you know, I probably would have got punched all in the face. But he would have been up at that school. I would have been like, that's him that took the gun. And you would have had a bigger issue to deal with. But just, like I said, could you imagine you're youngin', 11, 12, bringing a gun to school?
That's crazy, bro.
A gun, and not knowing what to do with it. It could be loaded, you could play with it and go off. I could have messed around and killed one of my classmates by accident.
And you see, and I want to just park here just on that note alone. I believe in the, how you call, the sovereignty of God and God covering us, even in our stupidity, right? Or foolishness, you know what I'm saying? When we do certain things that don't make any sense, that you're like, yo, man, what you doing? Gotta cover even our stupidity. He'll cover us when we, you know what I mean, just be wilding out. Now, here's the thing, man, that alone causes us to reflect on our lives. Like, yo, man, I didn't bring myself here. The fact that I'm 40?
I'm 41.
I'm 41 today.
I'll be 42 November. Yeah,
you know November
November 8th.
I'll be 41 next month, you know what I'm saying, October. And the fact that you're still standing, you know what I'm saying, we can say, the OG guy.
The OG got me here, man. So I would say what you hear everybody say in other documentary where they say they could talk to their younger self. I'll be the OG talking to myself going, yo, this route you're going, you better chill because you're going to be dead or in jail.
Wow, yeah.
By the powers. I never been shot.
Oh God, yeah.
I never been to jail.
Yeah.
I never been stabbed. I never been a victim. I've been a victim of society, but I never been a victim of what was going on in the streets.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of foolishness. Of course. Of course, man.
And this is what this whole thing is about, man. Like how, your story started out.
I'm fully covered, man.
Unfortunate and bad, like from,
from
people's, viewpoint. We could say, yo, man, it was like a bad situation, but you allowed the bad to actually form some kind of good. So now you're empowering your younger self or your children.
Like I said, three. My kids don't know nothing about my street life stuff,
right.
Like nothing like that. Like when y'all met me, early 90s, I was already gone. I was already contaminated.
Yeah.
It's just that now I had.
You was a bit quiet too back then too. So
see, because I knew how out of control I was. But y'all the first crew that I ever had. I didn't have no crew. Like no lie, me and Tone talk. Yo, I used to get bullied. Fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade.
Yeah.
Not really 8th grade, because then I started hanging around some dude. But once I got to high school, I was like, nah, I was turned out, And I met y'all, and it's like, yo. And that's why I went so hard doing the nonsense I was doing, because it was like, yo, payback. What Jay said, payback for what they did to the cold crush. Yo. And I done ran into some of the people who used to bully me, and I was like, see them, like, yo, what's up? They're like, oh, yo, big man, yo, what's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up? Yo, like, what's up? Yo, like, and then I was with it, like, what's up? Yo,
right.
Like, yeah, we wasn't playing, yo. I had no crew, man.
Because, Flim Flam, we started out doing music, you know what I'm saying? Now, how has music, because, I understand for me, music is therapy. When I write, man, I think Prodigy said something one time. He said, a stress verse seems to be what they most thirst, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you take sometimes all that pain and just translate it into, art or whatever. How has that helped you, you know what I mean?
I don't think it really helped me, because the people that used to live, I mean, I was putting my pain in the music, but I guess my friends or whatever you want to call them that was around that I was letting hear my music, they didn't understand.
Right.
So it kind of made me like, when we listening to it, it kind of made me feel stupid. Like, damn, they don't understand what I'm saying. There was only one song that I did. I forgot what it was called, but I said one line. I said, something, imagine something in back of you, imagine something in back of you, something like that, and your mom smoking crack in front of you. And when they heard the line, they was like, yo.
Wow.
And it was one dude on the song, he said, yo. He pulled me to the side, he was like, yo, my mom, dude. I'm like, they put it in the song, though. Like, he was embarrassed, yo.
Right.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you're speaking your truth.
I wasn't, yo.
Yeah. Wow.
I wasn't, man. Like, I actually, pulled up, right? And I was a kid, and like I said, I was a mama's boy.
Right.
And she stopped, and I was like, no, mom, it's okay, because I was just trying to get something out the room. And she did it. She took that hit.
Oh, man.
And I look at when she did it, broke my heart.
Oh, my God.
And I'm telling you, to this day, I have a disrespect for women, because my mother's the first woman that ever broke my heart. And we have a bond now, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. But You don't want to see that.
Yeah, yeah,
you don't want to see that.
That'll scar you for life,
I mean,
bro.
there's people who have that story. Like, oh, my pops are suing me. And then there's people who don't have that story. I have that story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And if you don't have it, you wouldn't understand it,
Right,
yo.
right.
Like, that song, Brother Easy said, you could never feel my pain.
Never feel
He
it.
talk about him having sickle cell, being a kid, and he can't go to school half of the year,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Teachers probably just like, he's absent again, he's absent again. Like, yeah, you don't understand that.
It's always a story for something, you know what I mean? Like, but man, I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like if you had one word of encouragement to share with people out there, what would be, I mean, you already spoke to your younger self, but there's a lot of people going through different circumstances in life. The fact that you're still here, bro.
I only have 2 words.
Sure. Go for it.
Find God.
Find God.
Find God.
That's good.
Find God.
That's good.
Find God.
You heard it from the OG, man.
Find God.
Find God, man. Listen, because the reason you're still here is because of God.
Find him before he find you.
Wow. That's good.
Find God before he find you.
On that note, man, listen, it was a pleasure, man.
Yes, always a pleasure.
Homie.
Always,
Fuck,
man. Always, man.
Stay
Grown
tuned
men
for
now,
more,
man. Boys
Stay
to men. We
tuned.
went
Yeah,
from
man.
boys to men.
We're growing old together.
Boys to men.